some of our nation's best and brightest at the United States Air Force Academy. And when they're not learning to fly, they're getting ready for battles on the gridiron. Today, these two teams square off in what should be an exciting Mountain West showdown. As we'll see, the Wyoming Cowboys taking on the Air Force Falcons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Falcons will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Wyoming's offense will get the first possession of the game. The age of the game-breaking tight end is here, Jesse, and we have another guy who is threatening to redefine this position.
Yeah, we've seen over the years now the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not just blocking and catching passes. They're getting involved now in the running game. We're seeing tight ends even throw the football, David. This guy can do it all.
And why is that so difficult? Because as a defender, what do I want to play you as? Do I want to play you with an extra linebacker on the field, or do I bring in a DB? And either way, I can be wrong. The big, strong bodies that can also be receivers and also block, they make the game easy.
He leaves it with his back. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Anderson wants to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
The loudest jet you can think of has nothing on this crowd as they try to help the Falcons on 3rd down. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
I love offensive coordinators. They're not afraid to be aggressive early in games. And how about that? Dialing up a shot right away in the first series, trying to seize the momentum.
And the Cowboys are marching down the field. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, the offense getting a little bit greedy. I think they had an explosive play the play prior, and they decided to try to pile on, throw the ball right away. But the defense was ready for it. What a great job up front, defeating the block and getting the sack, creating a negative play.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. He's got the tight end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Anderson will throw. Catch in the middle. It's Scott. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Looking for the score. Touchdown, Mustard and Brown. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculate it down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup, accurate throw, and they get paid.
Getting ready for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
That makes the score Wyoming 7, Air Force 0.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Air Force's offense will have its first possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. On the option. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
And the Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Give to the fullback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Falcons are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On the option. Breaks the tackle.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
And the Falcons line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Anderson wants to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
He'll field the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Running to Green. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And when you got that kind of speed, football's got to be a lot of fun. I mean, Jesse, it's not there. Just pull it down. Go make a play.
That's definitely something that defense has never had to worry about in my day either. I think I just pulled a hamstring watching that guy go.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Harris. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
The option look. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The give to the fullback. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The defensive front had that one smelled out from the beginning, and the fullback went fully backward.
Nowhere to go. That's a quick hitting play. Till you get the ball to the fullback, you're trying to get him downhill to hit somebody fast. Nowhere to go.
Kick is in the air. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Fires to the tight end. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Gotta like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Anderson will throw. Wide open downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Well, the defense needs to find a way to slow this guy down. We're only in the first quarter, and already this guy has over 100 yards receiving. They have got to find an answer for him.
The Cowboys have their offense in high gear. On the run, it's Scott. Breaks into the open.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Cowboys pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He'll keep it himself. At the 20, he's got space. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
The Cowboys didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Ran through the contact. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He'll do it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving and keep the sticks rolling.
He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Anderson wants to throw. Looking to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Trying to run it in. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Got room to work. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
And after having a nice gain like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
The Falcons with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Falcons really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks, it's Smith. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. Guys, we have Wyoming on top as we reach the end of the quarter. They came out and jumped on them early in the 1st. Let's take a break and look at the 1st quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period, 1st down here. Johnson wants to throw it. Shoots it to the left. Makes the catch. It's Smith. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Gonna run it. It's Harris. Got enough for the 1st down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. Now on the option. For the score. Touchdown, Falcons!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
But when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Cowboys have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Anderson will throw. And wings it incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
The cadets here doing their best impressions of a jet engine right on takeoff. Listen to this place. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the 1st down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing he's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll go to the fullback. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. After trying the running game on 1st down, they come to the line on 2nd down. Here comes the option. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. Turning it on. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Air Force. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark it down at the 27.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
Anderson wants to throw. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
The Cowboys are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Escapes trouble. Going to try to get it himself. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
The Falcons will snap it on 1st and 10. Johnson looking to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, the offense staying aggressive. They've had success all game long. They just came away with a big play, but finally give up a sack. If they can keep this quarterback standing up, though, they can extend their lead.
And the Falcons with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pressure coming, trying to make magic with his feet. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
And that's the extra feel you get with this dude. I mean, unbelievable job dropping back to pass, but understanding 3rd down, I can get it right now. I got a little bit of space right up the middle, pulls it down, runs it straight ahead, and goes and gets the big 3rd down conversion.
The give to the tailback. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Johnson wants to throw it. Lets it go. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Off the play fake on 1st down. The short hands, it's Holman. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
It's really easy to be a quarterback in an offense that runs the football and then runs play action. It makes it simple. It makes the reads easy. It sucks the linebackers and safeties up where I can just make plays right behind them.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
And the Cowboys trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Spins away from the defender. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Anderson will throw. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. Caught behind the line. It's Scott. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down and nothing doing there.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Hard running there. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They'll run the sneak for it. Sneak gets it done.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And they tack on the extra point to cut the lead to 21-17. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was finished off with a quarterback sneak. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Johnson looking to throw. He's got him.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The Falcons can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the fullback. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Got out of trouble and throws. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And the Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They close the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take... There he goes! That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
The Cowboys, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Here's a heat. Gets it out fast. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Anderson wants to throw. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback will keep it. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
The loudest jet you can think of has nothing on this crowd as they try to help the Falcons on 3rd down. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And it is still a 4-point deficit.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Off play action on 1st down. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the 2nd level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Hits the accelerator to the right. Ball is loose. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the 1st down.
And what a great play by the defense. With their backs against the wall, they create the fumble and then jump on it in their own end zone for the touchback.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Anderson will throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Sargent. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. They'll immediately call timeout. And the Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch. Right away, you're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Back to pass on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Colorado Springs. And these 2 defensive game plans have been shredded a long time ago. Feels like it's just hang on and hope for a tip or overthrow or maybe a fumble from these QBs. Elite passers and dynamic rushers. Used to be you had to stop one or the other. Here in this second half, the challenge will again be twofold. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Falcon Stadium.
The Cowboys will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news...
There he goes to the left. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
On the move. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And this defense, they were ready for that 3rd down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming. Did a great job. Aggressive. Downhill. Went and got it. Got the tackle for a loss. Forcing the 4th down.
The Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Anderson wants to throw. using the quick game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And the Cowboys in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The play action fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
The Cadets here doing their best impressions of a jet engine right on takeoff. Listen to this place. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Sargent. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And the defense brought the blitz on 3rd down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback. But how about the poise? He knew where his answer was. He didn't panic or freak out. He just went through his progressions, picked up the first, and we got a fresh set of downs.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Durr. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And this is what's so great about play action. The run fake sucks those linebackers up, and it just creates so much more space for these receivers to operate. Beautiful execution by the offense.
The Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
I think a really big key in the RPO game is having really good rhythm and timing. Offense didn't have it there, and that's why it falls incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Anderson will throw. Rushes on him. He tries to take the top off. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
And the Cowboys with the 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Back open in the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll try the run. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Cowboys! And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't having it.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Quarterback on the keeper. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
And the Falcons come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll run the option. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
The Falcons will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Anderson wants to throw. Finds his tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
The Cowboys can really attack on this 2nd and short. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And on that RPO, they just can't link up. Timing was a little bit off. The ball came out quickly, just not the most accurate throw, and the defense was in good position.
The loudest jet you can think of has nothing on this crowd as they try to help the Falcons on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. They just keep throwing him the ball, this time on the slant.
No doubt, and you've seen it with the slant. You've seen other routes. Every route he's running, he's good. He seems to be open, so I'm going to continue to pick at this matchup every chance I get.
They'll run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the 2nd half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Look out, he's got room. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Smart play by the quarterback. Nothing open. Dump it off to your running back. And listen, he's a running back. He's used to having the ball in his hands, and he's a big running back. So if you want to bring that to the ground in the open field, it's very difficult. Great job by the running back making a play.
Running back searching for a hole. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Throws for the tight end. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Wyoming. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Harris. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Now the play fake. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
Johnson wants to throw it. Trying to escape and get it himself. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
He unleashes a long one. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Here's the handoff. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
And the Falcons are on the move. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
On the move. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
Hey, how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
The Falcons will punt this one away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Cowboys with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Anderson will throw. Finds his target down the middle. Nice job to get him past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Gain of 6.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
The Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the back. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Sargent. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
So now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback keeper. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Anderson wants to throw. Oh, they're after him. Got his man downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Trying to pound it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll run it on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wyoming.
about this offense. They have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Wyoming, 38, Air Force, 21.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Johnson looking to throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And the Falcons now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Smith. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Here comes the heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
The Falcons decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. They'll leave it with the lone back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. On the shot. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Anderson will throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Bringing the heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Off the play fake. The sure hands, it's Allen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Swings it out to his running back. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Wide open downfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
Well, this quarterback has a ton of confidence in his wide receivers to win one-on-one, and you're not going to get a bigger opportunity to prove that than on that 4th down. That was a throw vertically down the field. Not an easy one to complete. He just knew where his guy was going to be and when. Stuck it right on him, and they keep the drive alive.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties and make them come up, but the defensive line. They're thinking run as well, slows down the pass rush, gives me a little bit more time to develop routes and make it really easy on my quarterback.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. How about the little toss out to the fullback to give him a touch?
And you said little toss because they're not trying to throw bombs to the fullback. This is a guy that's going to be more of a possession wide receiver, but if you can depend on him and he can catch the football consistently, you can get those little gains, those positive gains, and keep the defense a little off balance.
Blasted as he lets it go. Got him downfield. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a 1st down for this offense. And the Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
He's tackled at the 22-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Johnson wants to throw it. Under fire. It's a fumble on the play. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Rides the back and leaves it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
2nd down coming up.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. On the option. He'll keep it himself. Gives it on the option. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Air Force! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Getting set for the point after.
On for the extra point.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Set to kick off.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Durr. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning it. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Fires to the big fella. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Looking left. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Cowboys! And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's Latham. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Under fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Harris.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Johnson looking to throw. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Breaks into the open. Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And boy, did they finish with a huge play in the passing game, scoring from 85 yards out. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Catch in the middle, it's Durr. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Cowboys have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Anderson wants to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The Cadets here doing their best impressions of a jet engine right on takeoff. Listen to this place. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. On the ground, it's Harris. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And this offense has got to keep pumping it out. Nice job. You get the first down. Nice scramble by this QB, but you're going to put the ball in his hands over and over and over again. You got to score multiple times. This offense has got to be in hyperspeed.
This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Johnson wants to throw it. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, and make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that one hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Looking deep. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes the grab, plenty for the 1st down. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a 4th down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive. QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that 4th down.
The Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. Goes to the option. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ballgame. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The loudest jet you can think of has nothing on this crowd as they try to help the Falcons on 3rd down. Those defenses were smelling blood, and the quarterback got down. Smart move. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Cowboys will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin them deep. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Johnson looking to throw. He wants a big play here late. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
And those are the plays that you worry about as a defensive coordinator, man. Not getting beat over the top, but not just by any guy, but by a guy that can fly. And they've been worried about it all game long. Their game plan has been steered toward that, and right here they execute at a really good level. Make sure they don't let them get behind them, and they knock the football to the ground.
Listen, guys, final 2 minutes of this game, you've got to throw. You've got to be able to pick out wide receivers one-on-one that are going to make a play. I love running the football, but now is not the time. You need points to win.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Pressure coming. Took care of it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the fourth quarter, one-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Connection to the right. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Got it. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. And the Falcons started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Here's a heat. And down he goes. Had a chance to pull one out of the fire, and the defense slammed the brakes on it, and that